Hi everyone, ciao a tutti, I'm Marco Venturelli and I'm the CEO and CCO of Publicis Conseil in Paris and the CCO of Publicis Groupe France. I am very sorry not to be able to be with you today, especially because the theme of the festival, Change the World with Creativity, is exactly what we aim to do every day at Publicis Conseil. You see, Publicis Conseil is a very old agency. We're going to turn 100 years old soon. And we are lucky enough to have very long-lasting relationship with our clients that often are more than clients, are partners. Like, for example, Renault has been our client for almost 60 years. And that gives us an advantage, a very important advantage, to really have a chance to change the world with creativity, which is to be able to apply our creative thinking not only to their advertising and communication, but even to propose ideas that can change the way they do business. To find new solutions to fix this paradox, because of course there is a big elephant in the room. The system is kind of broken. We've been selling abundance for so long, and now we get to a point where on one side we need to be partner for our client to push the growth, but at the same time we need to do it in a responsible way and sustainable way. And that's a paradoxical situation that cannot be solved just with storytelling and narrative. How can a creative idea change the business model and fix and solve one of the main barriers for the electric transition? Renault is one of the pioneers of the EV transition. But we got to a point, after a certain amount of time, where the transition to electric got kind of stuck.
Le problème des voitures électriques, c'est bien évidemment l'accès à la charge. Il n'y a pas assez de bornes.
Mais le problème, il n'y a pas de bornes.
Les infrastructures suivent pas.
But we decided to propose to Renault, instead of tackling just the communication, to fix the barrier, changing their business model. And we proposed them to do Plug Inn, their Airbnb for plugs.
Plug Inn, c'est une application de mise en relation des conducteurs de voitures électriques avec les propriétaires de recharge.
A solution so people can charge here, here, or here.
Of course, doing something like this is much more ambitious and complicated than doing a campaign. But the level of change that you can create with this kind of initiative is not comparable. And this year, for example, the next step of the plug-in innovation is simply to open it to small business to make sure that they can offer a recharge to EV traveler and at the same time attract more customers to recharge and take advantage of special offers.
Plug-in for Business is connecting more than 83,000 users with businesses in small villages all over France and putting them back on the map while supporting and expanding sustainable tourism.
Et finalement, tout le monde est content, voilà.
On Renault, we managed to do another big change in the way they do business with another initiative that is called Cars to Work, les voitures des futures fonctions. It's a simple idea that fixes a big problem in what in France is called les déserts de mobilité, the mobility desert, which are areas that are not served with public transport, and people in those areas really need a car to get a job. But unfortunately, to get a job, you need the car, but if you don't have the car, you don't get a job. And it's kind of a vicious circle, and we propose a solution for that.
We have 50 cars to work dealerships in mobility deserts, offering 6,000 cars to work to people in need of mobility.
Je vais avoir une voiture totalement électrique.
On another client, on Darty, who's the leader in electronic appliance in France, we had them to completely change their positioning and focus on durability, moving from selling as much as they can to selling products that last. And of course, we did an advertising campaign.
Tous les appareils ont une durée de vie limitée, mais ensemble, nous pouvons retarder ce moment le plus possible.
But at the same time, we proposed them a completely new way to leverage the number one element people use to choose what appliance to buy, which is online reviews. And we created the long-lasting reviews, which is simply a system where we ask our customer to score and give a review of a product, not straight away after receiving it and using it like is always happening, but 1 year or 2 years after its utilization, to really turn this into a testament of the durability of a product. And this thing, of course, becomes an incredible valuable data even for manufacturers to improve the quality of their product. And last but not least, I'm going to leave you with Maud, who is going to tell you the story of how we help with a creative idea foundation to actually change laws.